Hey, what's going on, guys? This is FehtSama, and we're going to be playing another episode of Moe Era. This is going to be the second and final part of the series. It ended up not being a very long video. Just to let you know beforehand, I messed up on the recording, so I've got my audio for me talking about what I'm going through here, but the video is not going to be exact because I'm re-recording over what I had as commentary. Being a visual novel, there shouldn't be too much of a weirdness to it. I don't think anything's going to change as long as I make sure I should pick the right answers based on what I did during the actual playthrough. But just letting you know beforehand, that's how we're going to be doing this. I'm going to go ahead and just turn the face cam off just to make it a nice clean little area playthrough for you guys to watch. And yeah, I guess we'll make what we can of it, and I figured I said some pretty important things and just had some interesting insight and opinions, and I didn't want to lose all of that. So thank you all for watching, and we will go ahead and find out how this works. Hopefully there's no hiccups with kind of doing it this way. So thank you. Last we left off, we ended up having, you know, the traditional, like, sort of small class that's like perfect for a male protagonist sort of character, you know, surrounded by girls and having all these different choices to be able to interact with them and build relation with them. The story of the game so far seems to be a very philosophical one. I guess that's kind of how these visual novels work out. Kind of like Doki Doki Literature Club, but it doesn't have the darker aspects as far as I know so far. And then we ended up playing Ermi's game, which had even deeper philosophical meaning behind it. Gotta kind of consider that this is probably what's on his mind as well when he made this game. It's not necessarily, or that particular like game that we played inside the game. So yeah, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and continue where we left off. The game's got some strong philosophical message going on here, probably a lot of self-discovery stuff. The issue I've had with playing this so far is that the translation's a little rough, so it kind of is hard to follow along. When I was editing this playthrough, it started to make a little more sense what was going on, and I realized that I was completely missing the idea of certain characters' introductions and how they were being approached. So now that I kind of understand a little more what was going on, it makes more sense. Hopefully I'll be able to follow along a little better with the further playthroughs. But without further ado, let's go ahead and continue. Every day I follow pretty much the same route, but today it feels different. I noticed Sima standing near the grocery store. Good morning. Hey there, we live pretty close to each other, huh? I'm surprised we haven't met before. I mean, on the way to school. Who are you waiting for? Nana and Marta. Guess what? They're late again. Oh well, being 10 minutes late in Russia is nothing. You won't believe it, but I woke up with a feeling that I should be in Japan. Are we in Russia? I guess because of the backdrop in that? Maybe? Weird, right? I don't think it's weird. It'd be extremely boring if your dreams resembled real life. You think so? I'm sure about it. Some people like to make movies which are just too realistic. Sometimes they're so realistic I can't really force myself to keep watching. I mean, I'm dreaming about my own world, yet they try to remind me about reality. Okay, Yuki, this world is just as... okay, Yuki, this world is, just as fine. Let's go, shall we? I wonder why they gathered us here in Russia. Well, where else do they like to set targets this ambitious? An experiment worthy of the Soviet School of Education, remember? Yeah, I do. Well, do you like it here? Sure, I love my country. It's great. You may know that a lot of people have mixed bag of the translations. Just it's hard to follow along sometimes. Screw them. They just don't get what Russia's about. I wonder what. What do you think? Well, it's huge. Moscow, Red Square, AK-47. Meh. By the way, I think that Moscow doesn't represent Russia all too well. Russia is like an endless country road where with tire shops, small towns, and grocery stores all along the way. First you hate it, then you admit it, then you get to like it. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Whoa, you're like a philosopher. Maybe I aspire to become one. Absorbed by our discussion, we haven't even noticed Marcia and Nana until they're really close. And there they are. What are you guys talking about here? I bet Yuki was talking about something weird like his dreams or whatever. But they were so vivid. Told you. Yuki, if we turned out to be princesses in your dream, you had better tell us. And you better behave appropriately. Alright, we need to go. I don't want to be late. Today we start from physical education. Watch out, Yuki. Oh, man. Ball in the face. Ouch. The ball hits me right in the face. It hurts. It really hurts. Oh, nice. Remember, she's 16. Just saying that. 7337. I'm not sure. Or wait, that's different spelling. Is it 13? Really? You're gonna do leet on the fucking outfit? Hey, pass me the ball. Warm up with Marcia? Warm up with Marcia, it gets hot in no time. Yeah, hot. Shut up. Fucking jailbait. What was I talking about again? Yuki, it's not the best moment for daydreaming. Are you going to play or not? I have a weird sensation in my nose. Yeah, probably because it's, like, got a ball to the face. Jeez, Yuki, you're bleeding. Well, at least my nosebleed is backed by science. Jeez. Come on. I'm okay, don't worry. You sure about that? See if you should visit a doctor. We're going to start the game now, but feel free to join us later on. I went to the locker room to fix my bloody nose. It's nothing serious, yet I don't rush myself to go back. Today we play volleyball, and I lack dexterity to be good at it. Maybe it makes more sense to be a spectator today. Oh my, yes, definitely good to be a spectator in this sort of scenario. Sima is strong, independent player. Nana is, no, come on, just focus here. Despite her short stature, shows them hops. I wonder what vertical she has. Probably a lot. Wow, okay, these guys, okay, high schoolers. And Marcia, she has assured I'm talking about winning. She got game. The view is well worth being a bench warmer. Now I can see myself as an avid volleyball fan. It was a steep learning curve, hands down. A lot of curves even. This sport is great. Watch out, Yuki. Oh, there we go again. Ouch. Ball to the face again. This is getting old. On my way to the locker room, I see Ermi arguing with the teacher. I can't do it. Look, I have a note from my doctor. Ermi's still in his uniform. I guess he's tried his best to skip the lesson but was busted. I can't recognize a single word written here. Why don't you just tell me what kind of disease you have? Hey, it's information. This information is private. That's right, private. 10 pull-ups now. Our teacher is a former Navy SEAL. Go, Ermi. 10 pull-ups. You can join our club. The girls have stopped playing, trying to cheer Ermi. All right, everybody, watch out. Me doing onwards. That's the motivation, I suppose. He falls down after a lame attempt to do the very first pull-up. What a beautiful descent. Ermi, are you all right? Lights out, kids. Well, that was kind of a short PE class. Well, this is a pleasant little classroom. We got the different philosophers up there. Nice. Putting physical education aside, I think one of them's Aristotle and the other one's like Alexander or something like that. I bet you it's all the classic people, like Ulysses and crap. Physical education, right before math is outright evil. For some reason, I see our class in a new light today. My brain must have evaporated with the sweat. Good day, everyone. Today I'll spend the whole class standing right next to you. Remember, we're a small but diverse group of friends. On that note, let's start our math class. They got the, like, little scribbles on the desk. This is a nice room. Why has it gotta have, like, some sort of, the one kid that's, like, destroying their little section of the classroom? As you know, even rules of the universe are defined using mathematics. I feel it every time I count the money in my wallet. 2 important education majors also depend on your aptitude to math. I'm talking about STEM and liberal arts degree majors. STEM, what's that? Short for science, technology, engineering, and math, Nana. I see. What's better, a STEM degree or a liberal arts degree? STEM. More practical. Why do you think STEM is superior, Marcia? Well, take a look around. It's all predicted by scientists, calculated by mathematicians, built by engineers. Maybe, but then you need to make it beautiful. Sadly, we only have that much time, so let's move on, class. Just as yesterday, we had to prepare a short speech. This time, it's about a real-life application of math. Real-life applications of math. Talk about a field where math's used in, and how you find it amusing. I wonder what everyone else finds amusing. They say history repeats itself. Well, guess what? My short list has 3 topics, and we only have time to cover 2 of them. Yuki, please help me one more time. Here we go again. Alright, math and beauty, math and the future, math and success. I don't like any of those topics. I am kind of curious about math and beauty. Beauty? Are you sure it's connected with math? Great choice, Yuki. Have you ever heard about the golden ratio? It's been known for ages, for a countless number of days. And nights. And days. Okay, stop doing this, Nana, you're tripping me out here. It's pretty simple. Okay, remember, Jesus. I suppose it's cute. Our attraction to the human body increases if it's symmetrical and in proportion, which you have none of that. You're basically a little tiny rectangle. Same goes for the face. Yes, the face, of course. That's why the text is in the middle, right by where we're looking. Same goes for the face. We're more likely to like proportional ones. Although it's a well-known rule, a lot of artists still fail to apply it to their works. The golden ratio is 1:618 to 1. That was weird with the music. Human attractiveness is not the only field where it's used, by the way. The golden ratio provides a sense of balance and equilibrium in architecture. However, there's no rule without an exception. The ratio for the length of the miniskirt, exposed thighs, and the over-the-knee part of the socks is 4:1 to 2.5. 4:1 to 2.5. So miniskirt, thighs, and then over-knee socks. It's called... Hey, what are you looking at? The golden ratio rules based on the Fibonacci numbers, right? Who cares? Was the Fibonacci guys symmetrical? I think that mathematical beauty is an elegant way to prove your theory. In your case, it's the boredom theory. Math is the ultimate power. Nana, thank you. Well done, I guess. I believe in the golden ratio, but don't forget that looks can be deceiving, alright? It's much more important to see what's inside. Everyone wants to be friends with beautiful people. It's not fair. Life is unfair. Deal with it. There goes Taya being harsh and literal. Use this fact to your own benefit. Let's have a short break. Everything is good in moderation. Inspired by that music box from yesterday, I made a music video yesterday. Or rather, it's my mixtape with similar simple visuals. I don't really know what a mixtape is, but put it on. Alright. It can look unusual though, so don't worry, it's a risk-free environment here, Ermi. Ermi wave. What the heck? Some sort of like synthwave sort of retro-y thing. Okay. Ermi, I'm at a loss for words. Should I treat it as a compliment? I don't know, but you sure have a lively imagination. I hope you don't do anything funny to foster your creativity. What are you talking about? Nana, how about you support the beginnings of your classmates? Ermi, were these eyes ours? Was there eyes? I didn't know there was eyes. Maybe I didn't watch it long enough. No, just stock images I got from the web. It's nice to see you like Rodin. Who's the guy? What? The thinking person in your video? Oh, well, I just took it from other vaporwave videos. Life lesson 101 for Ermi. Sometimes it's better to keep silent to look smarter. Oh, jeez. Everyone calm down. Ermi tried to express himself. Well done, Ermi. On that note, let's move on. Alright, math in the future, math and success. Both of them sound predictable. I kind of understand that. Math and success, math in the future. I'm going to do math in the future. Just probably like architecture and crap. Mathematics in the future sounds exciting. Very interesting topic indeed. Glad you picked it. Have you ever heard about big data? Is it something like rocket science? Not quite. Big data, machine learning. Enough to make a startup, Nana. Joke as much as you want, but it's the future. The future. Stop it, Nana. You're doing the crap again. Why are you in a maid outfit? I don't understand. Oh, I see. You've got like little universes in the bottle thing. Very curious. Big data is like a new galaxy. It's detailed down to the lowest level possible in the target set. For example, you analyze store sales down to every single customer. Of course, it's a lot of data, hence the word big. Why do we need it all? Well, imagine you went shopping. Here you are, standing near a shelf with a lot of goods on it. Do you think these items are placed randomly? No, big data is their new order. First, you analyze purchasing history of each customer. When you put it together, you see the most and the least popular items. Based on that, you can review what you sell, the assortment. All that's left is to rearrange the shelf accordingly. Do you know where they place the top sellers? At your eye level, in the middle of the shelf. Expensive goods are put on the upper shelves above everything. The cheapest items are usually at the lowest level. That's pretty much it. My store actually recently had a remodel for, like, they got some sort of $1 million sweepstake, and they've moved stuff everywhere. It doesn't make sense, honestly, to me, but I guess in a way it might start to click. It definitely, you kind of look at it and you're like, okay, the pop was over in here where you could just walk in the store and it was right there. And, you know, the water was over here in the back where the machine is, and now the machine's outside, but the water is over in, like, this one corner. There's like a little knick-knack shelf that's right in the middle of the aisle that used to be all open and spacious. It doesn't make a lot of sense in my opinion, but I bet you someone went and did all the data stuff and was like, yeah, this kind of thing is a big seller, or, you know, these discount items, they aren't being, like, seen very well, which I agree. There were some items that, like, they've got, like, certain stock they gotta, like, actually rotate and get, like, on a 50% discount, just get it off the shelf. And then it was in, like, this little corner. But now it's like right there in the middle of the aisle, and so I guess that makes it, you know, move faster. It's just right there for people to see, not have to, you know, search for where the real deals are. But I guess it's an interesting thing to consider. You think sometimes there's, you know, maybe one or two people making some sort of decision on some sort of project, and then you realize, like, in the background that it's like 30 different people and, you know, a think tank and all this crap, and you're like, really, did they have to involve that much effort just to, you know, sell a bottle of milk or something like that? I don't know. Let's see here. Why can't we rely on common sense instead of big data? Yeah, my point's exactly Nana. I keep trying to say Nana Chi for some reason. Relying on common sense means relying on people. And people tend to make mistakes, Nana. Without big data, your predictions lack quality. Even if I'm the best store manager on planet Earth, what if you have to run 100 stores in different countries? Marsha's right on the money. Then I'd hire 100 managers, the best of the best. The money comes into question again, Nana. The money, you say. Alright, challenge accepted. My people versus your big data. Give me a few months and I'll be taking showers of gold. Excuse me? What I mean is that I'll get more revenue thanks to my people. Your big data is nothing but another buzzword. I'd rather take bets on who out of you two goes bankrupt first. Okay, class. Sima, thanks, well done. I think the future will be driven by data, but maybe it's better to go to the future step by step. I guess that's it for today. It's a pretty simple lesson. Break time. This hallway feels somewhat dodgy. I see Ermi approaching me. Hey man, what's up? Who are you going to help tomorrow? What are you talking about? Come on, our career day, of course. Oh right, I've heard it's a regular event at this school. It helps plan a track of education you need to land a specific job. Sima, Nana, and Marcia will be distributing handouts. Taya asked me and Ermi to pair up with them. Honestly, I haven't thought about it. When do you plan to make up your mind? Why is it so important to you? Well, what if we approach the same girl? I'm afraid I know her second pick. Aw, come on, give yourself some more credit, Ermi. Let me know, alright? I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pick Marcia just because I don't think I've had like a single sort of experience, and that one kind of caught my attention with her interest in The Catcher in the Rye and all that book stuff. Let's see here. I noticed Sima, Nana, and Marcia walking down the hallway. They probably think they talk among themselves. However, I can hear almost every word. Oh, there's Ermi in the background. So, who's going to help you with handouts? No idea. Do you have your handouts ready, Nana? Ermi's just like pacing in the background. No idea. What about you, Sima? Anyone on mind? Still up for discussion, I'm afraid. They're just like cold shouldering Ermi. Gosh dang. Really harsh. Why don't we ask Yuki to help us, one of us? Why don't you ask him then? It feels awkward. Yeah, that's why I'm talking about he should make the move first. Yuki, got a moment? Nana. Stop. Tee. Maybe it's better to play it dumb. Hey, what's happening? I feel the tension in the air. Hey Yuki, we need to ask you something. Sure, what's that? Sima, you go ahead and ask. Just dropping it on her. Oh, right, sure. Say, do you plan to travel around the world? Yeah, which country would you like to visit first? Wait, what? For example, I always wanted to visit Liechtenstein. How do you spell it? And I'd like to visit China. It's a very vibrant country. Yeah, they also have a rich cultural heritage. I enjoy the works of Sun Tzu. Man, Marsh just keeps on winning points with me here. Sun is always nice, however. I'm pretty sure Yuki realized you're making this up. The truth is, Yuki, we want you to choose one of us. What? Nana? You're being inappropriate. Oh my, this is so funny. Alright, let's cut it short. Yuki, we need you to help us with printouts tomorrow. The question is, who exactly will you help out? I mean, you want to lend us a hand, right? Right? Tough choice. Yeah, I'm gonna help Marcia. I mean, I could help everyone, but we all know how, like, trying to please everyone doesn't please anybody. Alright, I'd like to help Marcia. So glad don't you dare let me down. Cool. Alright, it's game time. Taya decides to ask me something after the lesson. Yuki, do you know why it's so great to be a teacher? Because you know more? Because you have more power. See, for some reason, no one cleaned the geography class. Well, someone had asthma. During the class, that person collapsed and was taken to the hospital. Understandably so. I'm a new teacher here, so I must earn respect and all that. Do you follow me? Some translation things going on here. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Not really. I said that I'll go ahead and clean the class all by myself right now. Can't imagine you cleaning the room. And guess what? Me neither. What a coincidence, right? I feel like I'm getting dropped like someone else's chore. God damn it. You got it, don't you? By my power, I demand you clean that class. Wow. Thanks, Taya. I really appreciate that. Hey, what's with your face? I'll ask the girls to help you. She gets back after a while. Maybe it's worth to give the girls a break. So when I met Ermi, long story short, he's going to wait on you in the geography class onwards. Oh, well, that's good to get Ermi involved in this. The rest of the day passed by really quick. We don't have any after-school activities, and I'm on my way home. Someone passed me on the shoulder. It's Ermi. Hey, what's up? Nothing much. Going home. I'm envious. Why? 3 girls asked you to help them tomorrow. That's right, 3 at the same time. Well, it's not like they asked me out. Still, you'll have fun tomorrow while I... Cheer up, Ermi. It's such a small thing, don't bother. It's small, but it follows a clear pattern. What are you talking about? I don't play the main role even in my own life. I feel like I just observe things happen. Ermi, come on, we're in high school. Wait till you grow up. Every morning I ask myself why. Why am I here? You know what? I never come up with a decent reason. I don't know whether I'm alive or still sleeping. I don't really feel anything. Ermi, are you serious? Trust me, I am. I act and look foolish way too often, but I can't help it. Something feels off for me. I can't concentrate on a single thing. Regardless of what I do, I feel tired in an hour. It's like I flow down the river, and the current gets stronger every day. But I don't know where to swim. I can't swim, for starters. Likely, the only thing I can do is play video games, and watch videos. But even that doesn't spark joy. I can't really get indulged in it, and I hate myself for killing time. Well, it's true. If it's true, please don't take as an insult or anything like this, okay? Maybe you should visit a doctor, just saying. A doctor? What for? So he can give me some pills to feel happy? Unlike others, I'm well aware that it doesn't solve the problem at all. Still, think about it. Also, it will get better, trust me. Yeah, sure, it will. I'll definitely settle for something. Screw that. He leaves without saying goodbye. I can empathize with Ermi. I spent the last 2 years trying to figure out how to fix my own depression, and went on Wellbutrin, kind of came on and off of it. It wasn't really like a medicine to fix my depression. It was more of a helping hands thing. And at one point, I really liked how it gave me the energy to just kind of get up in the morning and just feel like I had something to look forward to, and I had a purpose to go or some sort of task, and I needed to go and do stuff. But eventually I stopped feeling like that it was helping. I didn't really feel that oomph of energy, and I was starting to sleep in longer and longer. So it was feeling like I was heading right back to the same mode of just sort of droning off and not feeling inspired about anything in particular. So this last month and a half or so, I think, about month and a half, I've actually been completely off the pill. And I figured, if I'm going to be the way I am, whether I take the pill or not, I might as well have a clear head about myself. It wasn't like it was doing anything negative having myself on the Wellbutrin, but I did notice that my memory and stuff, just my ability to stay on a particular task was starting to go away, and I didn't like having that extra amount of forgetfulness or whatever that it was doing to my head. That's kind of cool. There's the cranes moving stuff. It's kind of a nice little detail. But anyways, so yeah, I kind of feel like I really understand what Ermi's going through. It just he's got a lot of hopes and dreams, and he wants to accomplish something, and he wants to really feel inspired by doing some sort of thing important to him, but he can't quite figure out what it is. And in his inability to figure out what really gets him, he's sort of resolve to drifting through life and like just finding a way to ignore it because he doesn't know he's got like this self-made problem in front of him, but he doesn't know how to fix it. He knows that he wants to do something, he just doesn't know what that something is, and I don't know. It just definitely kind of where I go too, and I'm in a little bit of a rougher spot whenever I think about it. If I think about it too hard, I've, kind of since I got out of high school and military thing didn't work out, I sort of felt like, okay, fine, I'll just find a job and I'll figure out what next to do as I go along. Maybe I'll find a way to just bide my time and play video games or, write stories or something. Just some way to, like, feel that life was not just a challenge for the sake of challenge, and that it wasn't like, I guess in a way it was kind of boring. Life kind of feels a little bit boring, like there's just I can't figure out what it is that I want to do, so I feel like, I don't know, I feel aimless, and that's definitely what I kind of get from Army, is that he really has like this desire to accomplish something, but he just can't figure out what it is that he wants to do. And it's really hard actually to describe it, because when you don't know the solution to the problem and you don't even really know the question, it just kind of like, I don't know, all sense of being able to progress in some sort of meaningful way, it just kind of shuts down. And I kind of feel like that's where he's at, and if it goes anywhere like my life's been going the last decade, it just feels like, once he gets out of high school, if whatever plan he has to, autopilot his life, that doesn't work out, he's gonna kind of realize that time's gone by, and, he's still kind of at square one. So, anyways, maybe this story will help kind of point me in a direction too. I don't know, but it's interesting to kind of have a tale that I can actually really relate to. So, let's see, he leaves without saying goodbye. Alright, time to go home. I wonder if any of you guys can empathize with some of these characters. I kind of feel like Yuki's one of those people where he's got a lot of stuff going for him, but he also in a way doesn't, like, either he doesn't appreciate what he's got, or he doesn't really want to pursue those kind of opportunities that are presenting themselves to him. He's got a little bit more of a head in the clouds sort of mentality. So I don't know. I'd say if it wasn't for the translation issues, I'd be following it a lot easier. But when I edit these videos, it's easier to like review and kind of go back and be like, oh, that's what they were talking about. I didn't quite notice the whole entire thing, because for me, whenever I'm reading out loud, it's kind of like words in one ear, out the other. Anyways, man, I'm beat. My mind still goes over what I heard on the way home. Never judge the book by its cover, right? Should I give Ermi's game another go? But first, let me check on my sister. Yeah, I knew it was a sister. I figured it was sister. I don't think it said sister last time, but yeah. I can't believe you came empty-handed again. That girl from yesterday came again, saying she needs to check on your progress. I replied that you can handle everything yourself. By the way, what was it in the document that she gave you? Honestly, I forgot about that strange pixelated thing. I got 2, 3, 4, a note, a bow, a book, coffee, and a heart. It's a bit different today. It does look a little bit different. I'm not sure what changed, though. Just my imagination, probably. Same as yesterday. Who on earth writes this nonsense? Alright, time for Ermi's masterpiece. Yeah, I'll go ahead and play Ermi's game again. Let's go dig into the crazy afterlife story. Let's see. In this room again, the girl's staring at me, awaiting eagerly what's going to happen next. Well, truth is, I'm sorry that my face is in the way of the text. Let me see here. Is there a way for me to fix that? Shoot, it just makes the screen go black. Kinda. Yeah, it's just gonna be a full wall of text anyhow, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it at that for now. So, Anyways, let's wait for the image to come back on. There we go. Alright, no one's going to play this joke of a game, so I could as well just write a developed diary here. He's like self-doubting himself in his own game. That's interesting. It's time to be fair with myself. I lack imagination to write anything at all. I liked what you wrote so far, Remy. I mean, I wrote quite a lot, but it took me so much time, and the truth is, it's all worthless. The characters don't live, they're made up. I made up myself. I don't know what to write next. I really don't know. My mind is totally empty, like, geez, I can't even come up with a suitable description. Hermie, you're really hitting, like, the whole vibes here. The plot, you say? It's non-existent. It's cliche. It's a cliche of a cliche of a cliche. Just like me. And you know what? That's what people want. They don't want my originality, but I fail even at copying things in a proper way. What did I want to say with all of this? Who's going to read it? Man, I wanted this game to be exciting, but it's so boring. The characters, I've seen them all countless times. A random bunch of characters thrown together in one room. My game is empty. I'm empty. The real answer is that there's none. It's all pointless. I wanted to turn this game into a dating simulator or whatnot, but how can I write anything with a date if my current goal is to hold hands with a girl? How can I come up with a decent plot if nothing happens in my life? I know nothing about the past and the future. My present time is, well, nothingness. Geez, I wish someone would just put an end to my misery. Maybe it'd be a decent answer after all. Hello? Hello? Just don't leave me alone, please. Don't leave me alone. I can be a good friend, I swear. How come there is so many people in the world, yet I'm alone? Does it mean I'm the worst? No, no way. My game will show him. I just need to come up with a decent answer. Yes, please, don't leave me alone. This really feels like a cry for help if this is, like, what he actually wrote and left in his game. Yeah, we really need to talk to Ermi, okay? Give him some moral support here. Alright, I really need to discuss it with Ermi. Let's hope it's not just a joke. Why haven't you come home earlier? Let's hope it's a joke. That was odd. Okay, time to do my homework. You're kidding me. This room and the arcade machine already feel familiar to me. I don't even feel nauseous anymore. I decide to move forward just a bit to see what's going on behind that corner. But I can't for some reason. Then I decide to turn around and see what's happening there. Nope, can't. Well, you're supposed to follow the script of the stream, I think. I guess. Go up to the life purpose generator. Oh, I titled my video wrong. It's not life meaning generator, life purpose generator. I like that it's got a little yin-yang symbol up there. I don't know if I noticed that before. I approach the vending machine again. Well, where are we going today? How about, say, Australia? FRE. FRE? Is that a budget version for free? DOM. Dom. Wait a second, I think I've got it. So when the machine starts to show USA, I realize where it's all going. Oh, okay. Freedom, USA. By the way, have I discussed my dreams with anyone? I can't remember where I actually am in real life. If I did, I'd simply wake up. Fine. So the dream's gonna take us to the United States, I guess. This sounds just so repetitive. So, that's what you think of my piano skills, Yuki. Just kidding. Welcome back. I started playing the same note right after you dozed off. Yeah, good job. Turns out you're quite a light sleeper. Anyway, our class starts in a few, so you better get yourself together. Oh geez, thanks for waking me up. You know, I'm always sleepy on a rainy day. You're welcome. Hey, can you play something for me right now before everyone comes in? Oh, I'm not that good at piano, you see. Good enough for me, I assure you. Well, if you insist, just don't expect much, okay? She starts playing a simple yet elegant melody. How do you like it? Somehow, that's what I thought you'd play. Yuki, I don't think it counts as an answer. Hey, don't you think I can only, you don't think I can only play melodies this easy, do you? Here we go. She switches to a more complicated piece. My goodness, I make way too many mistakes. Really? I can't hear a single one, I swear. Yuki, you're flattering me. There's a ringing telephone. And now, the interlude. Okay, class. On a rainy day like this, music is a necessity for me. Let's finish early today. You need to get ready for the career day. Oh, and it's Friday, you know? I'm scared of people who try hard on Friday. What are we going to discuss today? I intended to cover a few basics on music theory, but between us, music isn't about theory. I think a few notes is all you need to create a memorable melody. You know why? Because music influences your mood. Cheerful and mellow, gloomy and melancholic music can be very different. Differenty? I don't know. That's what I always tell people. I don't have a favorite band. Everything goes as long as the mood is right. People probably compliment your taste in music, Army. Maybe, but they hide it well. And by the way, sometimes it feels like the music controls me. Frequency and volume of a sound have enormous impact on humans. In fact, music can act as a weapon of mass destruction. Anyway, let's get back on track. Your task for today is to enjoy some music. How cool is that, huh? Ermi, I've heard you're really good at piano. Thanks, you too. Would you be so kind as to play something for us? Oh, and today we discussed music theory, remember? Anything specific you want me to play? Nope, it's up to you. Alright, you can count on me. Army gets ready, his fingers twitching over the keyboard while he's already playing. Oh, Army. You're like Schumann. Fantastic des Abends is... I have no idea how to pronounce that. Is marvelous. And a rainy day suits it so well. It's sad to know that my favorite composer had a tragic life. Born in 1810 in Germany, he intended to pursue a career as a virtuoso pianist. However, a hand injury destroyed his plans and made Schumann switch to composing. Who knows, maybe he would have never created this masterpiece if not for that accident. Schumann suffered from a mental disorder and died at an asylum when he was only 46. It's relieving to think that his music will stay with us forever. Just listen. Stay a while and listen. Stay a while and... Fucking... Come on. Going all, whatchamacallit, starts with a D. I can't remember. It's from the Diablo series. Oh, I see, and I can go to the next track. Huh. I kind of like this, to listen to the music, but this visual novel sort of gives like context to what you're listening to, so you're not just like playing some sort of music you found online, just a regular track or whatever. It gives a little bit of direction as to why you're listening to it, and you can, with the background, or the whole story of the person that wrote it, you got like a way to empathize with maybe possibly where he was coming from, or what time, what he was feeling, what sort of period in his life he was whenever he wrote this song. But, you know, watching a video with me just listening to music isn't very interesting, so I guess we'll have to move on. I just, yeah, you can kind of hear notes of regret, a little bit of sadness, I would say, probably. Just a little bit. A little bit of, like, you know, well, that's how life treats you, or that's the cards you're dealt. But then there's a little bit of, little bit of hope, little bit of, like, contentment, I guess, sort of. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. I feel like I've heard this song before. If it goes do 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 do. Yeah, I've heard this song before. I don't know the name of it, but yeah. Wow, Ermi, to think that you also like Eric Sate, oh yeah, there we go, Gymnopede #1. Gymnopede, I have no idea how you pronounce that, is fantastic. What, Marcia, why do you keep earning points with me? God damn it. I listened to it in repeat while studying. He was born in Honfleur, France, back in 1866. Ah, beautiful Normandy. I want to visit it again when flowers bloom. When flowers blossom. Do you know the way Sadi preferred to introduce himself? He referred to himself as gymnopedist instead of musician. It's because he once called clumsy but subtle. He was once called clumsy but subtle technician by critics. Sadi died at the age of 59 years of heavy drinking, took its toll. I guess alcohol has the killer talent for killing talents. Yeah, he probably wasn't in the best way though either if he was, you know, drinking himself to death. Anyway, just listen. Stay a while and listen. I think we pretty much heard the whole piece, but yeah. I generally like listening to piano music. I mean, it takes a certain mood for me to be into really, like, just listen to non-stop piano music, but yeah. Nice and pleasant. Anyways, I'm pretty sure you guys can go and listen to the whole track yourselves as well. I'd love to just sit and listen to it just for the sake of, like, the entire sort of thing. But I think we're gonna move on. Don't think I've heard this piece before. Chopin. Oh, why did I think it was like, I was about to say Beethoven, but I guess it's pretty close. Same era. Chopin, it's Chopin. Ermi, you're better than I thought. Oh, we gotta remember that Ermi's the one that's playing this. Seriously, Ermi, you are earning, like, all of the brownie points right now. It's his OP9, or OP9, #1 in B flat minor. It's a real masterpiece. Frederick Chopin was a Polish composer born in 1810. Yes, the same as Schumann. What a year. By the way, Schumann admired Chopin. Coincidentally, Chopin also died really early at the age of 39. He settled in Paris at the age of 21. I wish I lived there back then. Chopin supported himself by giving piano lessons aside from composing. I'd trade week worth of my lunch money for just one lesson of his. Alright, maybe a week is too much. Whatever, just listen. Stay a while and listen. Thanks again, guys, for watching my playthroughs, by the way. I hope it's not too generic of a playthrough. Hopefully I've got enough personality to make it worthwhile, and it's a good staple for this channel to have playthroughs kind of like this, so. Yeah. I'm sure it's very pretty, but kind of gotta move on. Regrettably, we must continue. The rain stopped, and it's getting sunny now. That was magnificent, Ermi. Thank you so much. By the way, Yuki, you didn't say a word. Anything wrong? To compensate for this, you're now obliged to play us something. Yeah, Yuki, you do this now. Yes, I too want to hear him playing. Hold on, I don't know how to play the piano. I've heard that music is about improvisation. My, sounds like an interesting exercise. Everyone, why don't you tell Yuki what music you enjoy? Or what you enjoy in music? Like, broadly speaking? Exactly, based on this information, he will actually improvise. Go on, go easy on him, okay? Hey, I'm afraid it won't work much. Once again, I can't play. Well then, Yuki, use the first octave only. Trust me, even pressing one key at a time will do the trick. I'm sure we'll like your melody. What's the first octave? Ermi's going to show you, right, Ermi, my dear? Alright, class, time to tell Yuki what kind of music you like. I'll go first. What do you like, Nana? Let me think. You know what? I like seven different genres. If I were to pick the first one, I like progressive rock, where a 5-string guitar often meets classical instruments. My 3 favorites are Yes, King Crimson, and Wishbone, or Wishbone Ash. The name of the genre is often shortened to just 4 letters, prog. How am I supposed to handle this information? Well, Nana, as Nana already mentioned, rock, I'll go ahead and jump to my second favorite genre. Man, Marcia, you were just continuing to earn points all the time. I wish you were 2 years older, at least. I began to enjoy hip-hop music about 2 years ago. And first and foremost, it's all about the beat and the rhythm. I always prefer alternative or abstract hip-hop to the mainstream one. All the points to you, Marcia. Just keep on laying it down. Alright. MF Doom, Modlib, A Tribe Called Quest, The Farce Ride. These people I don't recognize those artists, but I don't listen to music that often. I'm one of those people where I'm one of those people that's like, I just listen to whatever sounds good. Kind of like what Ermi says, you know, it's like it gotta fit the mood, and then it sort of just works. This is no better. Yep, I'm just as lost as you, Yuki. Classical music is my love at the first sight. Debussy, Borodin, and Schumann are my 3 favorite composers. Yeah, I don't know, it could just more be that I kind of can predict what she likes, so maybe because she's not really mysterious, not as mysterious or whatever, she's more generic for a certain kind of archetype, I guess, for personality. Maybe that's why I don't like as much. I mean, they're all very cute, but this one's definitely like Nana's got the happy-go-lucky attitude. Marcia's got a happy medium, I think. And this one's very formal and, yeah, it's like chaotic, lawful, and sort of a middle ground. Maybe maybe a chaotic neutral, I guess. I don't know. Now I'm starting to talk about roleplay, moral things. That's not quite what this game's about. Anyways, 2 ways to name it, jungle and DNB. Wait, you like classical music, but you also like jungle and DNB? What? Don't believe me? Listen to, Source Direct, dub 1 or B key. These three will blow your mind. Oh wait, I think she means something else with D&B. My mind goes to drum and bass, but that's definitely not classical music. I feel I clearly lack the sanity in this room. It's time, Yuki. Ermi, don't forget to help him out. Okay, look, here's the first octave. All right, yeah, we got the set of keys. Yeah, these keys. Just use the white ones, all right? Keep it simple. But I like using the black keys. All right, what should we play? I'm going to play... What could I play? I could play Mary Had a Little Lamb. Let's see if it actually recognizes it. Those are octaves. That's not actual notes. Like, quite literally, that is playing the same note, just in a different octave. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Wow. Okay, kind of failed on the recording, I think. Sounds great. Or maybe they did that with the intention of making it sound better than what I was doing, but I don't know. Very well, how about we end our class here on a major note, so to speak. I need to take something from the staff room right now. You guys wait here. It's far from break time. Please don't be too loud. Well, let's start packing up. You guys, you didn't even ask me about my favorite music. I think you had plenty of spotlight there, Ermi, with your being able to play music. But I do remember you said that everything goes if it has the right mood. Yeah, true that, but one exception to the rule is the Smiths. I really like them. Hitting my mic again. Who doesn't? Try Inglingbottom? Igginbottom? I have no idea who that is. They played somewhat similar music before it became a mainstream. I will. By the way, we only discussed music today, but movies are equally important. I enjoy The Night of the Hunter, and It's a Wonderful Life, and Paper Moon. I bet these movies are way too old. Of course they are. Time only makes them better, Nana. They age like wine. I wish we all did. Marcia, have you been to the states that are pinned on the map? The ones behind you? School band on tour. Sure, it's the land of the free and home of the brave, my home sweet home, and it's my obligation to know it well. Which state is your favorite? Texas by far. Texas. So you're fond of shooting ranges and pickup trucks? Very funny, but don't you forget about barbecue. Well, it's actually true, at least to a certain extent, but it's more about the people, how sincere they are and all. I've heard people in America are usually not that sincere, you said? There are two Americas, so let us go with the US and even then you have to be more specific. See, each state is totally unique in the US. Well, big cities kind of look the same though. And what's so special about Texas? People are not very superficial there. Are you talking about fake smiles and all? No, it's not. That's not it. Being superficial is about something else. Always being excessively enthusiastic, showing off new cars, houses, etc., while being knee-deep in mortgages. The American dream. I don't think people remember what it is anymore. I think the whole world thinks everything is better in the US. Appears to be better, Yuki. Appears to be better. Look, when we get our degrees and all, you know what will be the difference between us? You'll be bragging about your new flat while I'll be paying off my student loans. Ow. Ouch. Are you sure you love your country? I do, and that's why I'm so concerned. Class, let's go. Once again, please don't be loud. It's nice to have a game that talks about the US from an external perspective. It very much helps like open up the mind to like how the rest of the world sees the US. And that's very true. It's like a lot of the time the people that talk about the US that don't live in the country, they're like, you know, maybe with quotations, they're saying, you know, everything's better in the US and more grand or whatever. But I think what they could really focus in a little bit deeper on is that I think they tried to touch on it without getting too political, and I'm not going to try and get too political either, but I do feel like there is two different Americas. There's like the city-ish suburban life sort of US, and they're definitely superficial. There's a lot of superficial people there, and everyone's just trying to show off how much money and how much stuff they have, and you know how talented they are in X, Y, or whatever. And then there's the blue collar section of the United States, which, you know, they're, you know, more hands-on kind of people. They're very real. You can tell what a person is just by talking to them for a little bit. And they're not like hiding behind some sort of fake or whatever. But they also are very stubborn people. So, you know, you got two sides of the coin. You got the people that are superficial and vain, and then you got the people that are, you know, stubborn and but also real, I guess you could say. So there you go. That's my opinion. He's still packing up. Just a quick reminder before we go. Girls, you're in charge of the handouts. I hope they're ready. We don't want to disappoint our guests, right? Right, Nana? Are you ready? Might I ask, where are your handouts? Maybe I should have helped Nana. I forgot to prepare mine. Mine? You said you'd totally... I say you've totally bombed it. Consider yourself lucky that I don't give grades today. By the way, I also appreciate my... I also participate. My booth is called Grown Up Life Horrors. It's Horrors Concours, of course. I'm not sure what that means. As you know, we promote diversity. Inflexible generalities are diversity's worst enemy. Come and laugh at it with me. As the girls are still setting up, I decided to go check on Taya's booth. Living the dream. Taya has two displays set up in her space. The first one resembles a corporate world, I guess. Welcome, Yuki. So, let me walk you through a mock interview for a prestigious job. What kind of job is this? Doesn't matter, Yuki. Let's just say it's a Fortune 500 company. Fortune 500 is the world's 500 largest companies. Every fresh graduate dreams to have his first job at a company like this. They say now it's more trendy to join startups. They say a lot until it's time to pay off education loans. Well, what are you going to ask me about? Not so fast, Yuki. First, prove yourself worthy of reaching the interview stage. Let me have a look at your curriculum vitae as well as cover letter. What? What are you talking about? Next, please. Oh, jeez. All right, I was just kidding. Ready for the interview? I'm ready. For starters, let me ask you one simple question. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? I hate that question so much. I hate all of those kind of things. It's like, really? I'm just trying to get a job just so I don't starve. I hope I'm alive in 10 years. In 10 years? Well, I don't know. It's impossible to predict, I guess. Why 10 though? Why not 7 or 12? Sorry, but we're looking for candidates with a clear long-term vision in their goals. Tell me about the time you demonstrated yourself as a valuable team player. I hate these generic interview questions. They're so awful. Also, what are your development ideas? It's like, as soon as I hear these questions, I am turned off completely from work. The only thing really that keeps me finding work is starvation and having a roof over my head. God damn it. I really hate corporate America. Also, what are your development areas? I need to develop everything, I think. I'm still in school after all. Yeah, you still got a shot to do something. Well, I mean, I guess it's never too late to try, but still. Let's see, thank you for your time and interest in our company. We'll call you back. More like we'll never talk to you again. God damn it. This display looks a bit strange, by the way. Production department messed up. Yuki, let's move on. Maybe it's not your piece of cake. It probably isn't. Let's see, shower, eat breakfast, drive to work, sit in traffic, watch television, question why you're even alive, lie awake. Don't even sleep, just lie awake. Fucking hell. Living the dream. Oh god, why do they have to make it so literal? Oh, covering it up with the green arrow, our stockpile. Taya directs my attention to another display just next to her. You know, on second thought, it's not always about paychecks and big names. Take this awesome startup, for instance. And by the way, feel free to take a bite. I have some fresh-baked gluten-free cookies with me. I feel like it's gonna literally, like, insult startups as well. Let's see, fresh with a hip co-working place as Bay Area. Like a co-working place as Bay Area. Where's the application form and all? What are you talking about? Startups look for people who can think outside the box. Just tell me why you want to join the family. Family? It's all about the mindset, Yuki. At the startup scene, people often see themselves as family members rather than colleagues. What's the startup trade here about? Oh, it's irrelevant. All that matters is that they are sure to disrupt the market. But if you insist, so it's a mobile app that connects taxi drivers with passengers. So it's basically Uber. Innovative, huh? Wait, but isn't this the same as any other taxi app on the market? Ha! Here the mission is different. The mission is to connect people. We encourage our users to learn more about each other during a ride. Nothing helps to build diversity and inclusion better than a taxi ride. We need friendship. Friendship is magic. Don't do this to me. We're not going all pony on us. I see there's even a stock chart. Yes, as you can see, the price is about to skyrocket. Just look at the forecast. Seems legitimate. Was it fun, Yuki? I have mixed feelings. Hence the grown-up life horrors. A grown-up life is all about mixed feelings. Actually, the purpose of my booth is to show you how stereotypes work. In real life, both corporate and startup worlds have a lot to offer. We live in a time where you can do whatever you want. Moreover, you can even get paid for it. Anyway, Yuki, who are you going to help with these handouts? I think I decided to choose Marcia. A promise is a promise, so I helped Marcia. Did I promise her that I was going to help her? Oh, right, I did, okay. Marcia was responsible for promoting one of the famous universities around. We accept only the 1%. Oh, damn. Hey, Yuki, look at this. What's up? It's the career day, yet I'm offering people to study more. Wait, but you're going to study yourself. It's normal for any high-skilled job. Yeah, but it's so boring. If you wish, I can distribute the handouts for you. Do you want me to? Think you can handle this better than I do? Think again. Just fetch me new ones while I'm out handling them, and while I'm handling them here and there. Got it? Sure thing. We have our first visitor, a girl from another class. Wow, I heard a lot about this university. It's so cool to study here. You bet. Also, we have tuition fees and all. Great sporting facilities. Go ahead and apply. I'll do this. This is the place to become a psychologist. Become who? A psychologist. Oh, it's a random person talking. A psychologist. I want to help people. Hey, this is a STEM-oriented university, you know? Yeah, well, I don't need STEM. It's for nerds. I'm inspired by emotions. Tough customer. So what are you going to do? Find your own clients after you graduate? No, I want to teach psychology. Right, I should have figured. How come? I don't know, maybe my intuition is just that good. Are you trying to say being a psychologist is something bad? She gets visibly nervous. No, I never said that. Why are you so nervous? Psychologists are supposed to be super calm, you know? Don't tell me how I should act. Who do you think you are? Good question. How about you give me a psychological evaluation? Dang. Man, you got quite the quick wit there, Marcia. Did you see this? Hey, you were supposed to attract her, you know? Who cares? I saved quite some time for this university. Another visitor approaches us. This booth is not job-related, right? No, it's too early for this. You need to know yourself better. Like, take your time and all. Well, why not? So, who do you want to be? I enjoy physiology. Or philosophy. ... Can I become a philosopher at this university? Not sure, the competition's tough, and we have a lot of philosophers around. So which philosopher is your personal favorite? I don't really know them too well. Wait, what? I'm just not that good at math, but I need a diploma anyway. Then you're going to be the perfect fit. Cool, can I fill in a form or something? Sure thing. You see this girl? Yeah, the pink-haired one? She'll give you a form to fill. It will say construction worker, but it's just a slang. Oh, God. Construction? How is this related to my degree in philosophy? Hey, come on, it's a metaphor. You build your life one brick at a time after another. The guy looks happy with this answer, so he leaves. A representative from the university sits close, but he doesn't pay any attention. He's too busy with his phone, it seems. We return to our class after that. I think we did well. Why don't we celebrate? Let's go to Dorsia. I'm afraid it's way too expensive for me. Marcia, I have this voucher, remember? Oh, right. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about it. Cool, I want to go. I'd be happy to join you. Wait, the voucher is valid for 2, and there's 5 of us. The rest is on the house. Yay. This is very generous of yours. You're the best. Thank you so much. The pleasure is all mine. By the way, Ermie's still nowhere to be seen, huh? Well, I'll send him a text. Let's go. Everyone, order what you like. All right, we're at a fancy restaurant, Keel. Whoa, everything is pricey here. Say, we won't discuss school stuff, right? Right? Do I look that boring? Feel free to talk about anything you want. Why don't we talk about you then? About me? Do I look that interesting? She seems genuinely surprised. Well, I know little about you, so I second Marcia's idea. Yeah, like, what do you love? What do you hate? Tell us. Don't forget to mention your favorite food. All right. I'm indifferent to food. The only thing that bothers me is staying in shape. And believe it or not, I love and hate the same thing. Money? Knowledge? People? Not even close. I love and hate at the same time. I love and hate time. I'm curious to know why. Say, we're having a great time now, and I fully enjoy it. But it can't stay like this forever, regardless of what I do. At the same time, a bad day seems endless. How is this fair? That's true. And time is a merciless judge when you're getting older. Ironically enough, you only start to value time when it's too late. You can love time, but time will never love you back. I guess it would be nice to have all the time in the world. I don't think so. It would devalue the sense of achievement. It was well worth the time spent. Only 1 year until I graduate and start living large. Time forces you to do something. I don't feel like it, to be honest. Simply because it's still early morning for you, Nana. Don't you contradict yourself with what you said? Contradict, you say? My, very suitable word indeed, Sima. Time is contradictory. That's why I love and hate it in parallel. Our waiter finally arrives. I think they should work faster at a place like this. He certainly took his time. We're about to get going. In fact, Taya already left us. I'm waiting for the girls to return from the bathroom. The first one to come back is Marcia. Welcome back. Where are the others? Nana's too busy admiring Sima's hair. Pretty cool place, right? Yeah, I enjoyed it. I wish I could return. Definitely same. It's so expensive. Shame it's so expensive. Hey, why are you looking at me like this? Never mind. What takes them so long, these girls? I think she was trying to open an opportunity for me to ask her out. Marcia's annoyed. Could it be she expected me to? No way. Hey, what? See, if we both want to return, why don't we do it together? Me with you? It'd look like a date, you know? I know. Sorry, no. Rejected, point blank. Why couldn't you? She probably intended to say it to herself. Why couldn't I what? Why couldn't you invite me before? What? But you just flat out rejected me. It's because I was ashamed. I had to give you a hint that I wanted to return here. So, in fact, it's like I invited you all along. I think that's kind of that must be what a lot of people think, though. It's really hard to kind of like get inside the head of someone else and be like, they probably thought like this person should ask me out. This person really should ask me out, but I don't want to like make it too obvious, and now I need to drop a hint. And then the other person's sitting there, is like, I didn't think we thought of each other that way. Just saying. But you know, if you want me to ask you out, that's fine by me. God, what's going on in her head? However, that implies I have another try. Well, let's start all over again. Welcome back. Where are the others? ... Nana's still checking out Sima's hair. And this is a pretty cool place. No doubt, I'd return anytime. Me too. Shame it's so... Sorry, just kidding. Let's return here together. Okay. She blushes a bit. Will tomorrow do? Sure. Oh, what's wrong? I agreed for tomorrow, I agreed for tomorrow straight away. It's bad. Fine with me. But I set the time. It's 2 p.m. sharp. I think that was some translation issue there, too. I don't feel too well. Better get to sleep early. I wonder what my sister's doing. Your face is all red. Are you okay? Tomorrow is Friday. Will you spend time with me? By the way, that girl came yet again. My head hurts. That girl. Oh, right. The scroll. Yeah, it has moved this time. Okay. Yeah, the notes and the coffee and all that. I don't know what it means. It's gotta mean something. It kind of looks like it's sort of shaped like a C. It's different again, but I am too tired to be surprised about it. Enough with it. I better go to bed now. I woke up with a slight headache. It's like I had a fever yesterday. Well, who cares about yesterday? Today is the day. Whoa, an incoming call? It's Marcia. What's up, Yuki? Hi, about to leave my place. This early? I don't want to be running late. Yeah, you'd better not. You're better not to. ... So, Yuki, about today. I can't make it, sorry. Oh? What's wrong? Nothing, it's just... Turns out someone really special for me is in town. Professor Shadwick has been my mentor since, like, forever. He messaged me out of the blue yesterday. I said I'm busy. I really did, but... Look, it's okay. Just don't tell me you guys are meeting at Dorsia. No way, we're meeting at his hotel. He wants to discuss my future. You know how important it is to me, right? Professor Shadwick has connections with all Ivy League schools. I don't want to assume things, but... So, discussing the future at his hotel room, huh? Marcia, don't do it. Hey, who said anything about the room? What are you getting at? Nothing, I just asked. Alright then. How about we meet on Sunday? Sunday, fun day. Sorry, I'm afraid I can't. Next week? Alright. It's a deal then. Yeah. Hey, Yuki, don't be upset. Nah, I'm fine. I'm not, it's fine. You know what? It's so nice to have a friend like you. Friend? I know you didn't expect this, but usually I'd act like it's no big deal at all, but this time I have enough courage to say it first. Let's be friends, Yuki. Hey, what's wrong? Nothing. Think about where you want to go with your friend next week then. Look, I really have to run. Take care, okay? Okay. And she hangs up. I slowly walk down the street. Where do I go? Well, it doesn't matter. The sky, it's so beautiful today. Why do I feel so bad? I mean, yeah, today wasn't the best day in my life, but still. I still have quite a lot of time on my hands. Everything's going to be alright. I keep staring up at the sky, still feeling uneasy. Well, whatever. As for now, I'll just go home and relax. Kinda, today's ruined. But man, this sky, I need to take a picture. Click, yep, goes right into my compilation. Life is great, so nice to be young. I have so much time on my hands, a whole era. A whole Moe era. That's right, a whole era, right? Oh, wait a sec, is that it? What? Aw. Man. Darn it. Aw. Okay, well, that is, I guess, the Marcia path. She seemed like a cool chick. Little young. The others probably have just as equal of interesting, like, way to, you know, check up on them. I was not expecting the thing to just end like that, but I guess it kind of conveniently works out. It's like right there in the middle of the thing, a 2-episode deal. Yeah, but that was pretty good. I'm sure there's other dialogue that you could find throughout this, and if you, like, pursue different characters, or even if you do the middle path where you help everyone, where it gives you the opportunity to not have to choose. But I think I've gotten the message pretty clear from this, at least for my playthrough. I feel like there is definitely something missing. Maybe new playthroughs will reveal it. It just... Ermi sort of disappeared at the end there, especially once the day of that dinner, or, well, luncheon or whatever that they had at Dorsai. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. But, yeah, Definitely a lot of stuff to think about. I might play this a little bit off screen just to kind of see the other dialogue, maybe like reacquaint myself with some of the terms and stuff. They threw a lot of big like philosophical concepts at me. I thought I was like kind of I'm sort of a semi-serious. I'm not really like that serious about my love of philosophy, but I do like the different ways of like thinking and like putting different perspectives than just, what you see through your eyes kind of thing. So there's definitely some stuff I should go through. There's a book I can, put on my list to read at some point. Catcher in the Rye just sounds like an interesting book based on what we discussed in this game. And now I kind of understand why they had in the reviews that one guy was like, too short. It does kind of feel, it's like, all right, well, I was expecting more, but I guess this is good for now. I would say that as far as that particular path goes, it's pretty good ending, I'd say. Because what happened is that, Marcia's still being Marcia, concerned about her future and like getting into a good Ivy League school. So that's she had to deal with that, but then it also leaves it on a note of, you can look forward to next week and you're gonna go and have, a good friend time with her. And so the rest goes on kind of deal. I imagine it's the same with the other two, and it just depends on your interest. I'd say for me, I can't quite handle the immaturity of Nana at this point. All of those different decisions, it just kind of felt me like she was gonna probably drag me down this path of like nothing but like sunshine and rainbows, only to realize that at the end of it, reality kind of drags you back, kind of grounds you, and sort of makes you focus on, not everything is sunshine and rainbows, but then at the same time, even though there are bad things that happen, the bad things help you compare to the good so that you can appreciate the good more, that kind of thing. I think that's the path that Nana was kind of pulling me down. And then I think Sema probably was more leaning towards like appreciating the finer things in life, just kind of, not judging things, like not judging a book by its cover kind of deal, and probably focused more on, like, she probably would have been really pushing the whole formal and conforming sort of aspect of living, and then you would probably have like this whole lighter side of life thing where you're like, well, it doesn't have to be that serious, and you can be a little easier and be a little more free about like your form of expression. That's my opinion. That's where I think those two were a little bit more predictable. Marcia seemed more kind of the wild card of the group, so it was interesting. I started out with like, okay, I'm gonna go for the cute little girl, and Nana ended up being a little predictable in my opinion. So Marcia seems like a good medium. She probably is that. It's probably, two extremes, and then Marcia's right in the middle of that. That's what I think. Taya seems like a good guidance kind of teacher character, but also she kind of drops down the she delivers. She doesn't just hand someone a reality check. She slaps them across the face with it. That's what I think. It's just like, well, isn't that it's like, what is it, that Two Stupid Dogs, the guy's, she's basically the anime version of, oh, isn't that cute, but it's wrong. So oh, okay. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me on this little diversion. I'm hoping to get 100 subs by the end of March, so if you could subscribe, I would appreciate it. Like and leave a comment. I don't do a whole lot on my spare time. Even whenever I'm at work, I'm actually kind of like looking on my phone, waiting for, some sort of comment to come up since my last post. And if you guys want this channel to grow and develop into something more, I feel like it'll sort of kind of come naturally as I get out of my bubble, as I figure out, what more I can do to make some variety in here. And then also, I'm pretty sure whoever watches this stuff, if it's not by, chance and you didn't just accidentally click on my video, it's probably because you guys also are looking for a little bit more, variety in your variety feed. And that's sort of the mode, the inspiration for me making this channel was that, as much as I like the stuff that's coming from the people I already watch, some days it's not enough, and I would like to add to that pile. Just whatever the case may be, something to turn on and make things a little bit better. Not have to. Well, I mean, it is always good to go out and get some fresh air and stuff. But at the same time, if you're gonna binge on YouTube, I feel like there should be more people out there, just another generation of folks kind of following the curtails of those that have already been successful in this sort of genre of channel. And I feel like even if I could have started earlier, if this channel becomes successful, what'll work out in this way is that, like, say like I talk about them a lot, Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. They are my big people that I watch a lot, and if I ever become prominent enough that I can become friends with them, that'd be cool too. I'd love to do like a collab or something, just to help expand my horizons with this sort of, this is really the only kind of thing that I felt motivated to do, that didn't feel like I was, pulling teeth or trying to convince myself this is what I gotta do in order to survive kind of thing. This is really just a hobby sort of thing, and I'm hoping that it stays that way, but I also hope that, like, I don't have to, take a break from it in order to put a roof over my head. I hope that, like, eventually this becomes something that can kind of, solve everything, and I like playing games. I like talking about really deep subjects. I like being creative, and this is a very creative outlet. It just sort of solves everything for what I'm looking for right now. So anyways, if you guys want to see more, just help me out, spread the word, share videos and stuff. I'm gonna, like I said, the 100 subscriber thing, that's also to help set a goal for me. I feel like if I don't set a goal, then I'm not going to really push for anything, and we'll run into what happened last month, where it's like Monster Hunter World. I don't want to talk about it too much. The thing is that I still play games and stuff because I enjoy them, not because I want to have successful YouTube channel, big guy, or whatever you want to call it. I still also just do that because I enjoy it, and I want to set a goal this month, because then I can kind of, like, whenever I sit down and I'm about to have fun time, which, this is fun too, but I don't have, like, the aimlessness that's going to drag me away from something that's beneficial to me, and I feel like this channel is a lot more beneficial than just sitting on my butt and playing a game by myself. So anyways, if you guys like what I think about, like what I talk about, feel free to start a conversation with me. I feel like there should be more ways to communicate with the community other than the comment section, because it really leaves it all on your guys' side. It doesn't really give me much opportunity to, like, post a thing for people to flip their phone open and, say, oh, that's a cool subject. I know once the channel gets to a certain point, I think I have to have 1,000 subscribers to get, like, everything, which includes, I see on YouTube there's some people will, like, they'll post a picture, and it's kind of like a Facebook post almost, and they just kind of ask a question. You can like or dislike and leave a comment on there, but I don't have that option right now, and I can't just, like, for instance, a little message saying, hey, I'm gonna be a little bit behind on this video release because of yada yada. I don't have that. I'm very disconnected. You guys are taking a risk, adding me to your roster and seeing my videos come up, but you don't really know, like, unless I release a video, what's going on. And for me, that kind of puts me in a situation where it's very easy for me to kind of, like, just all around me, you, everything, it just kind of, if I don't keep putting out videos and being very communicative with you right now, I have no way of, like, letting you guys know if a family emergency comes up, or if I go through a really hard, depressive episode and it's just the videos aren't coming out because I don't feel like it, which I'm gonna try and not do because I know that's not healthy. So, anyways, yeah, that's all I gotta say right now about generally everything. This playthrough, me. So, I'll continue to push out videos. Like I said, I got distracted by a game, but I do feel like if I keep on, keep on making stuff for folks to watch and building a, that community, I'll probably be like 200 or so subscribers before I know it or whatever. I don't think 100 subscribers is a very hard goal to hit. Back whenever I started my Twitch channel, I kind of faded away from that because it just ended up not being sort of the platform or the way that I feel most comfortable producing on. But I did set at that time too. I was like, okay, I'm going to get my associate or whatever, my little like approved accounts thing, the deal that makes it so that you can start getting subs instead of just getting follows. And I was looking at that and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that and it's gonna happen in a month. And I kind of got lucky in a way. I mean, I'm pretty sure the motivation, if I didn't have that goal in mind, I probably wouldn't have found the opportunity that got me that boost. I ended up finding a community that like poured on the love and just like put on, I got 50 people following me in no time flat by the time I got to that point. But I don't think whenever I set these sort of lofty goals that they even come close to being accomplished if I don't say I'm gonna do something. So let's just say, even if I don't make 100 subs by the end of the month, I know that any growth that I do get is because I'm trying to, push for a goal. And I appreciate you guys supporting that, and I would like to be an inspiration to anyone else that wants to set goals in their life. And it doesn't have to be about YouTube or video games or whatever. It just, I think one of my strong suits based on my, my experiences, which I haven't really accomplished anything I feel that is, noteworthy. But one of the things I guess I could say real quick is like, I've been fired from a couple of jobs, and anytime I ever lost a job, really, like, the best thing I could say is I never missed a beat. It's just like the best option to get that next job, just to get back on your feet. You gotta go, 10 o'clock in the morning at best, even if you're an afternoon person. Don't sleep in, don't, sit in a rut, and nothing's gonna change unless you get out there and go. And I'm gonna apply that sort of attitude to these type of playthroughs, and I'm hoping that that sort of undefeatable attitude can, rub off on people. And I remember one time my brother was my older brother. He was having a hard time finding work, and I just I really badly wanted to tell him. I was just like, okay, one of the things you gotta do is not sit around and smoke weed and play video games. If you're needing this job and you need it now, and I mean, he at the time he had a 3-month-old kid or whatever, and he definitely needed to get that stuff going. I'm sure things worked out for him, but I really, at the time, I was like, the answer is to not wait, just go, do it. I don't care, get your feet moving. I don't know how else to describe it right now. It just, when life hands you lemons, make lemonade, but in a less corny sense. Anyways, yeah, so for me, the 100 subs by the end of February deal, I'm not sure I'm gonna make it, but I'm not gonna get anywhere if I don't say I'm gonna go somewhere. So getting off my butt, I gotta do this, and it makes me have a lot more purpose to, get up and actually do something in the morning. Even the last few days that I've been pumping out videos, I know I've kind of overdid it with the 4 videos in one day thing. I hope it wasn't too crazy. But I do know that lately, and I'm hoping that the initial high doesn't run off and then I have to struggle again. I'm sure days will come where I have to push even if I don't feel like it. But at least what I was gonna say is I'm happy about the fact that like I'm going to work, and it's really weird. It's like people can almost see that I'm actually like a little happier, a little brighter, a little more casual, and just generally pleasant to be around. I don't know. Maybe it's some sort of attraction theory or something like that. It really feels like I'm feeling good, and good things are suddenly coming to me. And like I bumped into a cute girl earlier the other day, and I think the only thing I missed on that particular instance is I should have asked for her fucking number. It's really hard for me at my job. I meet a lot of beautiful women that go through my workstation, but they're just checking out. They're going through self-checkout. They don't really want to deal with people. They just want to go and get their stuff and be on their way. And so it's really hard to like get myself to be in a spot where it's like, will it be too weird if I just ask for their number? That might be a little bad, because like I'm working, and then they'll be like, this is my regular place to shop. It's a small town, so really this is like kind of the store where people shop at, and if I make it awkward for them, then they're gonna feel like they can't do the thing that they want to do. I haven't yet gotten in trouble for it, but I don't want to be in that situation where like a customer complains and then the store manager is like, you can't do that, I mean, you're just here to work, don't try to hit on people. I don't know. I am definitely back in the dating scene, at least mentally speaking. I definitely wouldn't mind running into someone that I could have a relationship with, but I haven't dated. I haven't really seen anybody seriously for over 5 years or more. Like the last one I was sort of getting into a relationship with, I was still kind of feeling the drag of my divorce that I had gone through, even though it had been years at the time. I was still feeling it, and I was feeling like it was not gonna like be very healthy to have a relationship if I was still feeling dragged down by it in some way and hadn't completely broke free from it. Anyways, so that relationship ended because I just was not in the place to have that kind of thing. And I feel like that sort of initiated a very long span of me just not wanting to connect with people in real life. And anyways, I'm rambling on at this point. Yeah, but it's just very weird. It feels like a lot of stuff is starting to change even within the last little bit of me, engaging that part of me where it's like, let's not sit around, let's actually go and do something. So yeah, I wouldn't mind talking to people, not about dating and all that. I just don't mind about these types of subjects, just either personal or future minded, or just being generally mindful of yourself and of your situation. I like those kind of conversations. It's about as close as I can get, without actually going out and meeting people. But it's kind of hard to meet people in real life whenever you've got interests where the majority of that particular group is connected through the internet and stuff and things. Anyways, but yeah, you guys, thank you for stopping by and watching this series. Thank you for listening to me ramble for a little bit, and I will see you on the next one. I've got a couple of games on hand that I can still play. The biggest issue I have right now for getting new videos out, at least regularly, isn't the games that I'm playing. It's the thing that it's okay, it's gonna sound weird, but it's like the more I play the game, the closer I get to finishing the game, and sorta I'm still trying to figure out how to get in the next game lined out. I don't want to have that period where, like, I'm kind of convinced I'm gonna have to do this daily to make as much impact on the channel as possible. And once those games end, if I don't have something else lined out afterwards, I'm just gonna be like, what exactly am I doing for my channel? And I don't want to have a video. I'm gonna just have to bite the bullet, but I don't want to have several videos on my channel that look like I'm just grasping for straws, that I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't have any content. I also don't want to fall into the trap of buying games that I could otherwise make a video out of from free game or something like that. I'm not the richest person in the world, and so I kind of need to be a little responsible in that aspect, because as much fun as this is, I don't want to look at my bill and be like, oh, I spent in the last week like $200 on video games, and I've only played like 5 hours of them. Stuff like that. I've gotten more mileage out of, you know, playing an MMO than I have doing games on this YouTube thing, so I don't want to have that be a trap, because I do have a bit of an impulse buying sort of tendency, and then I end up spending money into my food bill, and then I end up looking at like, well, I could probably force myself to starve for a couple days, which is not a very healthy thing to do. Or, oh, I can dig into this thing, I'll pay it off later, and then I end up being like, I wonder why I don't have any spending money. Oh yeah, because I spent it all in one day. God damn it. But yeah, it was a pleasure playing this game and having you guys with me, and if you want to see more, subscribe. I've got a couple of subscribers that already joined even within the last couple days, and I've got more time for this stuff to get promoted by YouTube's algorithm. So we're just gonna go forward and fingers crossed. Hopefully everything works out. This is FehtSama signing off for now, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Later. Alright, and that's pretty much the end of what I was able to capture. So that kind of worked out alright. It's gonna be a little bit weird getting the editing figured out. I hope though that you guys enjoyed this playthrough, and I look forward to more videos with you guys. Like I said, I got a bunch of games already lined out. Not enough to, you know, for this frequency to be releasing and pushing for 100 subs, but I will figure things out as we go along. We'll find some way to get through it. And if I happen to forget a title that you guys end up wanting to watch as we progress through this stuff, just let me know. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. And anything, I think I've pretty much hashed everything I needed to say into the last little bit there. So yeah, for real, this is FehtSama signing off for now. We will see you guys on the next video, and like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. I really could appreciate your support, because the more the channel grows, the more bigger opportunities that will reveal themselves, and I will do my best to be as transparent as possible about it. You might get that already from some of your creators, but whether or not you do, I will try to be a little particularly more in depth as to what I'm experiencing as we go through this like journey sort of thing. Hoping that in a year from now that things will be significantly different, but in a good way, and hopefully everything is hunky-dory. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off for now, so see you guys next time. Bye.